the contrabands that are smuggled to here, to this county, contribute to the next problem, which is this county is #1 in the Republic of Kenya insofar as illicit alcohol and drugs being used. In fact, it's #1 followed by, I think it was Kakamega, and then, is it Busia? Yes, because it's another border. No, I think it's Kakamega, right? Was it Kakamega or Marikwa? Yes, it's Kakamega. Then you have Kisumu. It is only Nairobi which becomes #4. Some of the counties we have always complained about are number 15, 16, 17, 20. There is a big problem in Trans Nzoia of alcohol and drug abuse. And part of it is because of our proximity to the border. A lot of smuggling of adulterated ethanol that is being consumed here. And it is very sad for me also to report that the business that is thriving here in terms of alcohol and drugs is because our government officials, our security officials, including police officers, are colluding with some of these dangerous traders who are selling contraband. And this business is thriving because the smugglers and the traders and the distributors of drugs are actually having full protection of police officers. And I have, including our Ngao officers, that is assistant chiefs and chiefs. This is destroying our children, and we cannot allow it. We have agreed as a security team that the Inspector General of Police will send a special team from the national government, from the national level, from Nairobi, from the headquarters, to come and do a sting operation here until we get rid of all the networks that are perpetuating drugs and alcohol in Trans Nzoia County. We also know that some of the players are holding high offices, and some of them are big businessmen bribing police officers, bribing Ngao officers, and bribing magistrates. And we want to say that without fear of contradiction, that if this thing is going to be sorted, it must have concerted effort of all the arms of government. We must get the support from the legislature, and we must also get the support of the judiciary, because we need to sort this problem. We have admitted from our security sector that some of our officers are culpable, and we will be dealing with them immediately, and we are not transferring anybody. They will be receiving their dismissal letters as they go through their court processes to answer why they are facilitating smuggling of drugs and the distribution of drugs and alcohol, illicit alcohol. In fact, because I have been to Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo, Wasingishu, and Nandi, part of the weakness why those counties are experiencing a high presence of these drugs and alcohol is because of the weaknesses that we have within our border. As you very well know also, our border in Swam here, there has been ongoing construction. It's now 98%. President Ruto and President Museveni are expected to come and commission it anytime. We had a challenge of expanded land for purpose of the parking area and also the housing around there. That has now been sorted between Ministry of Lands and the Ministry of Forestry, and that land has now been provided, and you will be seeing through affordable housing structures that will be built in Swam here to make sure that the border is functioning. Once we have a proper functioning one border post between us and Uganda, we will be able to regulate business, government revenue will go up, and then we will deal with contraband in this area. As a ministry that is facilitating and chairing the one border post structure, we want to confirm to the people of Kenya that now Swam, we are almost there. You know, contractors come back to site because the pending bills that the contractor still had has finally been paid. The strategic nature of Trans Nzoia is also the very reason why we have security challenges. The first security challenge is as a result of the arable land and the benefit that comes to land. Land issues here contribute immensely to insecurity in Trans Nzoia. There are many cases of land grabbing. Here for both private and public land. And there is a lot of invasion on public land, especially around Kitale and its environment. And this is perpetuated by government officials, both in county and national level, that give out approvals, particularly allotment letters from county government officials who are giving out public land. And these people are very daring, you know, because they're not going for just any land. They even go for land that is occupied by security officials. That is the prisons land, that is even this land, including police stations, including the county commissioners' place and the police stations, including also the county government headquarters, including the museum land that was handed over recently to county government, and then now private land that is being invaded left, right, and center. There are so many people whose land has been invaded by land grabbers using goons. And therefore, having had the extent of the problem in this county, I've asked the county security team to prepare a more detailed report that will be taken to the National Security Council, so that the National Security Council can give directions on a very serious decision that we have to make. That is multi-ministry and, you know, cross-government, so that we restore land to the rightful owners, including the government of Kenya and the county government of Trans Nzoia. That is a very pertinent issue. And as such, you know, our officers here are strained, because sometimes, you know, you establish a public property, then you find tomorrow there are goons or there are invaders who have come. And there's a list of a lot of fake squatters in this, not fake squatters per se, but yeah, hired squatters. There's a lot of hired squatters and fake IDPs. Hired squatters is to facilitate invading of land. IDPs are particularly people are defrauding Kenyans by registering them and telling them we are an association that is dealing with IDPs. You need to pay 1,000 bob to be a member, and there is government plans to settle people, and then they end up defrauding people. And then these IDPs also, when security officials tell them that, okay, you are an IDP, you are displaced from your land, can we go for a baraza in your area with the chief so that we discuss why you cannot access your land? They refuse, because they know that they don't have any land. These are fake IDPs. And therefore, all these reports are going to be prepared and sent to us. Trans Nzoia, again, has witnessed in the recent past a great rise of goons, politically generated and facilitated goons that are causing havoc in meetings, giving problems to law enforcement. Political leaders, each one of them are hiring some goons. It starts like bouncers and then moves slowly. They become criminals that are making public meetings impossible here, funerals, places of fights, and then, you know, they are incentivized by the money they paid. They also get drugs and they get alcohol. I have also asked the county security team to work with the elected leaders here to ensure that all the goons that have been hired and those that are about to be hired are all dismantled, everybody to go and do their own business, and they be given something else to do instead of engaging in this goonship. As you know, as a result of this, a number of people have lost their lives. You've witnessed the funerals where innocent people wanting to bury their loved ones. The funerals are quickly or hurriedly. The family is left hurriedly to bury their loved one without properly mourning, without even a service, because two politicians wanted to come and demonstrate their strength